You've got it tuned to 90.3 FM KEXP and streaming online all over the world at KEXP.org. My name is Morgan, in on the morning show today. Very glad to be here with you and very glad to be down in the live room, joined by the Rural Alberta Advantage. Their new album is called The Wild, just came out last month via Saddle Creek here in the U.S. and Paper Bag in Canada. All the way from Toronto, it's Nils, Robin, and Paul. Take it away.
Thank you.
Way that I admire you all night long. Never knew the mark I left on you now, but alone. Our fiery plans, they won't do. Never knew the harm it took on you all alone. Safe plan was wild and loose. I've been tired all night, so I guess it puts the weight on you. It takes a lot of time to crush this old cluttered tube. I still want the hard life, 'cause you swear it takes the weight off you. Never knew the harm it took on you.
The Rural Alberta Advantage live on KEXP.
Flies of thought, there's just been nothing but bad luck. Oh, I know I got it too. Oh no, there's just a tale with the lights on. Oh, I know there's a darkness too, coming down in the air. I'm waiting for all the words to dare. I'm needing more. bad luck again. If you're giving me more, it's all gonna end. What you're waiting for? On and on, nothing left here. Here anymore.
The Rural Alberta Advantage live on the morning show here on KEXP. The new album is called The Wild, just came out last month. They just played last night at Numos, and thank you guys so much for coming here so early this morning after, I'm sure, a late show.
No, thanks so much for having us.
How was the show last night at Numos? Good crowd?
Yeah, no, it was really great. It was a lot of fun. So we love playing all the time. So
cool. We're very glad to have you here this morning, and we're loving the new album, The Wild. Great sounds on it, and I know the opening track, Beacon Hill, you wrote about the forest fires at Fort McMurray up in Alberta that happened last year. What inspired you to write about that event, and is the rest of the album kind of about those sorts of things?
When we were kind of starting out with the record, the fires were kind of happening. And I spent a large portion of my life up there, up in Fort McMurray. A good, don't want to give the years, but I was about 12 till right up until I went off to university. And I wasn't born there, but I spent those formative years where you're ideologically shaped as a person, you know, and you kind of start down that path where you're going to be, for the rest of your life. I've still got friends that I now see regularly in Toronto, and I wouldn't have met Paul and then Robin if it hadn't have been for those people, those friendships that I forged up then. And as we were sort of working on the record and this fire was happening, it was sort of, it shakes you in a way. I haven't been back for a good long time. I moved away about 20 years ago, but I always knew that there was a potential for it to be there when I come back to, and we'll come to terms at some point, and when there was a strong possibility that it might just evaporate, it kind of shakes you because you want your home to be there. You want your hometown to be there, whether or not you're ready for it or not. So I don't know if all of the themes on the record kind of relate to that. I think a lot of the songs, they're mildly in that vein, in that they're reflective. We've been doing this for 10 years now. It's our fourth record. We're not the kids we once were. And yeah, it's like my friends are having kids, and you sit back and you sort of think about, how you're affecting people and the mark you're leaving and stuff. And I think it's those themes and that sort of, keep creeping up on the record.
Yeah. And you have been making music for over 10 years. How has the band evolved, and how do you see the music industry having changed since you've been making records?
Well, even since the last record came out, it's like Spotify's crazy. I was talking to a guy last night. He's like, yeah, I just, I found you on Spotify, and, that's how I knew about the show. And that wasn't a conversation that happened 3 years ago as much, Yeah. But yeah, I think it's constantly changing. It's giving a chance for a lot more bands to get noticed. And I feel like I've always sort of seen it as this big pie, and there's way more chances for people to get a smaller piece of it, but you get noticed and stuff. And we're super lucky to be able to play shows in the States and have people come out and know our stuff, because it's hard for a Canadian band. And yeah, it's just great to have support from you guys at KEXP and like other really great stations and stuff.
Yeah. A couple months ago, I was out in Montreal for the Pop Montreal Fest, and we were talking to a lot of Canadian bands about how it is sort of difficult to tour as a Canadian band, especially across Canada. Can you describe the experience? What is it like to be touring across Canada versus the U.S.?
Well, we're about to go into the belly of the beast right now. we cross the border tonight, and then it's all the way east across Canada. It's a tough go, especially going west to east. Every day we lose an hour. There's 7 or 8 hour drives. It's kind of luxurious to, tour in the States where it's like, oh, there's 3 hours and there's a major city to play a show. Whereas it's like, all right, well, tomorrow night is Saskatoon and we're in Edmonton. We're losing an hour and it's an 8 hour drive. I feel like it's, what was it Ronnie Hawkins said? You got to work twice as hard for half as much or something. But yeah, it's like, it's a tough go, but I don't know. It makes you stronger, and it's a pretty cool job to have. We feel super lucky to be able to do it, so.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I'm just curious, what is the advantage of rural Alberta?
You're making me wish we picked a different name here. So it's funny because it all comes back to the original provincial slogan. I'm not sure what the one is in Washington here, but in Alberta, when I was growing up, it used to be the Alberta Advantage. And growing up in, spending time in Fort McMurray and stuff, which is a real oil and gas town. It's like the oil sands. It was always sort of referencing the, land of opportunity, jobs, come here, come from Newfoundland, come here, you'll get a job. And when I moved to Toronto, I was writing all these sort of like homesick love songs and whatnot, and exchanged an email with my brother. He was telling me that he had plans for the weekend to go down to our family property and explore the rural Alberta Advantage. I'd never heard that before, but it was amazing how just putting that one word in front of that slogan just changed everything. It made me instantly flash back to all these beautiful memories I had growing up and stuff, and it tied so perfectly to, what I was doing and writing these songs in Toronto that just seemed like a perfect match. So
yeah, it is a great name. It's super evocative. So I was just curious where that came from. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Rural Alberta Advantage here live on KEXP. The new album is The Wild. They are heading up to Vancouver, playing the Commodore this Friday, November 24th. We'd love to hear a couple more songs from you.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Great.
There's nothing left. Not long ago, I whispered in the night. You whispered back and cold. Started racing out of touch. Not long ago. Last night, sitting in the dark, I was being difficult. There's a weight in my heart that was atypical. Now we're wasting our love while we're getting wise, headlong into the night. I was all alone, I was contemplating letting you know. But now we're speaking code, head hard into the wild, contemplating loss and the consequence of getting old. Civilized, I'm losing my touch, and nothing being rectified. So wasting our love while we're getting wise, headlong into the night. I was all alone, I was contemplating letting you know. consequence of getting old. For now we're speaking code. When the wreck comes down on us, I know we're gonna be alright. All the late night thoughts in us, let's save them for another night. There's a shaky thought in us, let's save them for another night. When the wreck comes down on us, I know we're gonna be alright. I hope I know. I hope I know. I hope.
The Rural Alberta Advantage live on KEXP. They have one more song for us.
Brother, my brother, we can hold it all together. Night all night, we're running off forever. Though we're living tight, far, far away. Many eyes, oh, the darkness comes alive. You come to me and I come to you. Brother, my brother, you can hold it all together. Night all night, we're running off forever. No, we're living tight, far, far away. Many eyes, oh, darkness comes alive. You come to me and I come to you. Yeah, in the dark tonight, I'm coming back to you. Not find you out loud. Where you sleep tonight, I guess it's all you. Brother, my brother, we can hold it all together. Night all night, we're running off forever. No, we're living tight, far, far away. Many eyes, oh, darkness comes alive. You come to me and I come to you. Oh, yeah. Never heard your final cry. Yeah, in the dark tonight, I'm coming back to you. Not find you out loud. Where you sleep tonight, I guess it's all you do. I heard your final cry. Yeah, in the dark tonight, I'm coming back for you. Not find you out loud. Where you sleep tonight, I guess it's all you do. There's a dream I had where somebody watched out for me and you. In the end, I lied. There was no one there for me and you. There's a dream I had where somebody watched out for me and you.
nice. The Rural Alberta Advantage live on KEXP. The new album is The Wild. Pick it up now for our Vancouver listeners. Go see them at the Commodore this Friday, November 24th. Thank you all so much for coming today. That was great.
Great. Thanks so much for having us.
Have a very fun, safe rest of your tour, and hopefully we'll see you next time.
We hope to see you again. Thanks so much, Morgan.
Thank you. And that's it for me on the morning show today. Stay tuned. Troy's up next with your midday show. And have a very happy Thanksgiving out there tomorrow. And I'll be back on Saturday on my normal time slot from noon to 3 here on KEXP Seattle.
Discover new music at listener-powered KEXP.org.